What is going on, Bulls Nation? So you saw the thumbnail right. Jarrett Allen. But who are we going to trade him for? And why would the Cavs even do that? I mean, Jarrett Allen is a young prospect, young guy. But we're going to talk about it right after this. All right, Bulls Nation. So I have this thing now that I thought about because I was watching the playoffs. I know the Bulls are not in there, but they're discussing like the Cavs now are down 1-3 against New York. For of all teams, you would think New York, right? They don't even have a star. They have this two big men in the Cleveland Cavaliers. They got Donovan Mitchell. They couldn't score like the New York Knicks. I mean, they're a good defensive team, but come on now. You got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and all these guys, and you can't score. I mean, Evan Mobley. Now, reports are saying that they're getting manhandled inside, and they need a wing. Right? Like so, the Jarrett Allen, I guess, Evan Mobley combo is not working too well against New York, which is they're not even when they put in. Keep in mind, Evan Mobley is 7 feet tall. Jarrett Allen, I believe, is 7 feet tall as well, and they're being pushed around by Mitchell Robinson and their power forward, which is undersized Julius Randle. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong; they're good guys. I mean, they're big and strong, but I mean, these are two lengthy guys. Maybe the Cavs would wake up one day after they've been eliminated by New York and reassessing what they would do. Right? Like, is the 2 7-footers, this is not the 90s, is it really going to work? I would say if you make the Cavs choose between the two, I'm pretty sure they're going to choose Evan Mobley, especially in the immediate future that Evan Mobley is not making a whole lot of money. He's still in the rookie scale contract. Jarrett Allen, he's okay. His contract is not bad, as a matter of fact, but he's one of their few trade chips because they don't have picks anymore. They gave it all to Utah to acquire Donovan Mitchell. Now, what do we have that they're looking for? Perhaps a wing. I know they have Caris LeVert, but he's going to be a free agent this year. Do you really want to sign him? And if the Cavs doesn't sign Caris LeVert, they're still at 125. They don't have enough cap space to sign somebody that would make an impact. But if I was the Cavs, I want to win now because we got Donovan Mitchell. I'm not going to wait. I want to win now. And not only that, keep myself flexible enough, because if you sign Caris LeVert again, I mean, you put a big ceiling into your team because you don't want to be handicapped if you sign him for another $15 million or something. Now you're operating over the cap every year, and you are just basically hoping on a mid-level exception guy to show up in the door and it save Donovan Mitchell. Because the way I'm watching this right now, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, that's just not cutting it against the Knicks. They're not scoring enough. They need another piece, and it's just not limited to the Knicks. Maybe my Heat would give them problems. It's showing the flaws in this roster. So who's their only trade chip right now is Jarrett Allen. And who can we trade for Jarrett Allen? They're not going to take Vucevic. That's not a good deal. So what they would get is they would get DeMar DeRozan and maybe the Portland pick. And if you're the Bulls, you do that. Why? Because the Portland pick is, who knows when that's going to convey. And you get a rim protector, a young center as well. So this could, speed up your rebuild. Now, what are we going to do with Vucevic if we get Jarrett Allen? Now, Jarrett Allen would solve your rim protection right off the bat. Is he the scorer that Vucevic is not? No. But I would take Jarrett Allen over Vucevic any day of the week. Not only because of the rim protection, but if it's the youth and also the contract. The contract is pretty team friendly at $20 million a year. I would take him. He's an all-star. And as far as the Cavs, why would they do that? Well, imagine the pairing of Donovan Mitchell and DeMar DeRozan. That's a pretty good pairing right there. Donovan Mitchell. Oh, it's funny because Donovan Mitchell is in the Jazz here. Would be a deadly combo, and then you put in Darius Garland in there. Now, it's not like they lost a 7-footer. They still have Evan Mobley that you can put in the 5 spot. Or if you really want to put, to retain Evan Mobley in the power forward position, now they have DeMar. Now they're going to be in the limit in the cap space. Now they could sign maybe in the full mid-level exception, Naz Reid. right? Like a backup center for them that would kind of mimic Jared Allen, but for half the price, maybe even less at that. So this would be a good trade for the Cavs as well, because they could target Mikal Bridges, but they don't have any assets. They don't have draft picks. Why would the Nets go for Jared Allen, for example, if they already have Nick Claxton, two guys that are pretty similar skill set? If I was in the Nets, I would pair, I would sign somebody like Vooch and maybe move Nick Claxton to the power forward position for the defense. Now Vooch is going to be their low post scoring option, because God knows they didn't have one. They didn't have one against Philadelphia. So this is the grand plan: is maybe you take Jared Allen, you trade DeMar DeRozan, you take Jared Allen. Either you let Vooch walk, or you sign and trade him, maybe to the Nets, get Spencer Dinwiddie perhaps. And I'll tell you why Spencer Dinwiddie, because he's going to be a free agent after the next season. Or you just let Vooch walk. You let Vooch walk. You let Kobe White walk. You let everyone walk. Now, I imagine earlier, if you let everyone walk, you only have $16 million in cap space. But since you're trading DeMar and his $28 million contract for Jared Allen's $20 million contract, so now you have an extra 8. So now you have around $24 million in cap space. That's decent enough. So what can you get for $24 million? What else do we need? A shooter and a point guard. Shooter meaning Fred VanVleet. So maybe you can get Fred VanVleet to pair up with Zach and Jared Allen and use the mid-level exception to sign maybe a backup center. Or, because as far as power forward or shooting guard, you can have Patrick Williams and Dalen Terry in there. Not ideal, but, you're getting a young center here and a true point guard. With that lineup, I think the Bulls can do some damage, maybe even sneak into the playoffs here. So either that or you do a full rebuild. But this is, something to explore if you're the Bulls front office. Maybe, and it all depends on the Cavs, of course. Maybe they value Jared Allen more than that, more than a DeMar DeRozan. And also for the Cavs, if this experiment doesn't work out, you have DeMar as an expiring contract for $28 million. If you stay within the tax frame, you could sign another free agent on a more loaded free agent class on 2025. Maybe you get DeMar DeRozan. Things didn't work out, so you renounce all your free agents. You can free up to like $40 million, maybe even more if you want to, and sign Jaylen Brown. Now you have a core of Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley with Darius Garland. So that would be an ideal scenario, obviously, for the Cavs. But of course, we don't know how much they value Jared Allen. So I would if I was the Cavs, but we'll see. But the Bulls front office, I would say, should explore that, because it would open the possibilities for a rim protector and also get another point guard the caliber of VanVleet. Or if not, if we didn't get VanVleet, Jared Allen is not a bad consolation price. He's not a consolation price. He's a pretty good center on a pretty reasonable contract. So that's it. So I want to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're a Bulls fan, and I'll see you guys in the next video.